Hey, America's Response All Stars. Welcome to the week of April 6th. I hope you're hanging in there, finding fun things to do. Or maybe you found something crazy to do, like, I don't know, cut your own hair. At least I can say, hopefully, this will all grow back before I get to see you again, no matter when we open up. And, well, you'll always have the video evidence to prove what I did to my own head here. But you maybe create a little poll of was this the right choice? Take a look at how shaggy I'd gotten last week's video, but I'm getting used to it. Anyway, let's talk about what you've got to do this week. You've got a few changes and assignments coming up as we near April vacation. So first off, with current events, you should have already seen up first quizzes getting posted. I want you to do 2 of them. Some of you are still trying to do all 6. I don't know why, but thank you overachievers out there. I'm glad to say I've hooked you, but please do 2 out of the 6 up first quizzes. They're going to get posted this week for our current events thread. That's step 1, and that should be pretty easy for you by now after a few weeks of doing that. For your personal history, we're going to shift gears a little bit again with that April break coming up. Got me thinking, and I've gotten a few contributions from other people. I know we're kind of getting into a routine, doing the same things over and over again. So I'm hoping maybe April break provides us with an opportunity to branch out, do something different. So what I'd like you to do is create a video to Flipgrid, and we're going to talk about that today in class and their instructions on the website, and I'm going to make a help video for you soon. But I'd like you to create a little video teaching your classmates about something fun that they can do with their time over vacation, how to fill those hours, and maybe not even wait for vacation, maybe get started right away. So maybe it's a recipe that your family makes that's just awesome that you can share with everybody, show us how to make it, give us the recipe to follow. Maybe it's a game that you play, something you can teach us how to do. I talked with another student already who's going to make a video on how to change the oil in their lawnmower. I can't wait because I have no idea. So I'm going to learn something. I've done too much teaching to you guys. I'm excited to learn from you and find some new fun things to do with my family. Thanks to all of you. So again, for our personal history, we're going to take a break from documenting it for the next 2 weeks, and instead you're going to make that Flipgrid video to share with everybody. Get nervous about something they can do that maybe spice up their life a little bit as we're all still stuck at home. That assignment, unlike the others that I'm giving you, will be due on Thursday the 16th, not this Sunday the 12th. So you got a week and a half to work on that. For our content, we're going to work on wrapping up our immigration unit. And the assignment I'm going to give you, it's got 2 parts to it. One that's going to be due on Sunday the 12th, the other that'll be due right before we go on vacation. So first, well, let me give you the overall context of it. Start off, you are going to be the president's advisor on immigration, and there's 7 candidates who want to get into the United States and become citizens. They want to live here, but we can only let in one of them. Now, keep in mind, the one you choose could lead to thousands of others just like them showing up in the United States. So you're setting a big precedent here as to who can get into the country. But you're going to look at the backgrounds of these 7 candidates and decide which one of the 7 should get in. Now, for Sunday, I've got a graphic organizer for you to fill out. And what I want you to do is find at least one pro and con for each of the 7 candidates. It should be pretty easy. There's plenty of information on all of them. They're all fictional characters that I made up, by the way, so if you've got questions about them, you can ask me, and I can give you even more details, but they're all things I've just constructed out of my own head, and I made sure there are plenty of pros and cons. So that's a pretty easy assignment. But you're going to take that graphic organizer before we go on break and turn it into a larger position paper, a letter to the president, not the real one this time. We're not sending it in because he'll have no idea what we're talking about. And he's kind of busy with this coronavirus thing. But you're going to, as the president's advisor, you are going to write a position paper on which of the 7 candidates you think should get in. Now, a lot of your grade, and I would refer you to the rubric that I posted in the assignment in Google Classroom, and that's where you'll find all the details about the candidates as well. But a lot of your grade will be based on the evidence that you use. I'm asking you for 8 pieces of evidence. Now, those could be pieces of evidence that support your candidate, or ones that show us that the other candidates just aren't as good. It's up to you. There are 2 different ways to attack this assignment: lifting up a candidate you like and tearing down the other 6. So there are different ways to go about it. Both strategies work. We'll help you out with that as we move forward. So that's what I've got for you this week. I'll admit it's about 1 a.m. on Tuesday, and I'm finally deciding what I wanted to do the lesson, and I was struggling because I wanted to add some more pieces to this. And I thought to myself, man, I'm killing myself trying to get this done. And then I thought, if I'm killing myself, you guys probably are too. And maybe we just need to take it a little easier. But there's some issues I want you to keep on your radar screen. One, Tuesday the 7th, Wisconsin's supposed to hold its primary, but it's been interesting. The governor of the state wants to push the primaries back, but the election commission in the state wants to hold them, and it's been in the courts, and it looks like they're going to go forward. But there's a whole big question as we deal with the coronavirus as a country as to what we should do to let people vote, and we're going to look at that in the coming weeks, probably right when we come back from break. But I want you to keep an eye out for that issue, because that's something we'll be talking about. What should we do with the election now? Imagine, what would we do if this was November and we were supposed to be electing our next president, and people couldn't go to the polls because we're supposed to be practicing social distancing and we can't have groups larger than 10 people? What would we do? I want to figure that out with you guys and think about what you think is the best way for our country to move forward. So that's the first one. The second one, and let me grab the envelope. This is another big issue, and hopefully you've been getting stuff this at home. We've got the census this year. Right? You guys should be filling these cards out. We're going to talk about the census and why it's important, what it means. But here's a little fun thing for you to do. Complete the census for your family. Encourage them to do it. It's really important for our country. It's a quick, easy thing. And I'll probably make another video showing you about how I go through the process of completing this, how fast it is. It's not going to take very long. But it's so, so important to make sure our country functions the way it's supposed to. So please fill out the census. If you have no idea how to do it, I'm going to show you how. It's real easy, even if you have no idea where this card or even another card that we got in the mail went. Take the time to fill it out. As you can note right there, your response is required by law. Yeah, you can get in trouble. And you know what? The census, they do have workers that they send out to people who don't fill out the survey, but guess what? They don't want to go out and see people right now. So let's do them all a favor. Let's fill this out in the comfort of our homes. I know you're stuck there. I know you're bored, and I know you've got internet access because you're doing all this work. So for all of you who live in the U.S., let's get our census filled out. Make sure it's as accurate as possible for our government. So that's what I've got for you guys. It's way too late or too early as I'm making this video, and I'm going to see all of you later today. So again, I hope things are going well. Look forward to chatting with you in class and going over all these assignments in more detail. I'll see you then.